Time to Talk Tuesday, where your local realtor, Antonio Newton, discusses the local market and common issues, providing quick solutions, creative ideas, as well as tips for investors, home buyers, and homeowners.
Hi, welcome to Time to Talk Tuesday. I'm your host, Antonio Newton, with the Newton Group at Coldwell Banker. Today's episode, we're discussing some of the top 10 things to do before placing your home on the market. Now, some or all these may not be necessary given that we're in a hyper-local seller's market. But if you want to know specifically, I'd love to be able to sit down with you and go over your specific situation and what your finances and your home needs in order to get top dollar and not lose any money in the transaction and maximize your home's marketability. So before we dive in, please know if there's a topic that you want me to discuss in the episode, you can comment below. You can reach me on my cell, either call or text, or shoot me an email, and I'd be delighted to discuss any topic that you wish. And as always, please don't forget to like and share my videos if you find it beneficial and informative. And you can catch all of our video content at Antonio Newton Realtor, which is my YouTube page. Now, let's dive in. So, 10 things to do before you put your house on the market. Number 1 is remove all non-essential items. You're about to sell your home, which means you're going to have to move. And you're going to have to move all of your stuff. So why not go through and get rid of any non-essential items? It's going to, one, make it easier when it's time for you to move because you're going to have less items. And then it's also going to make it better for you when your home is on the market. If your home needs to be staged, it's going to allow a better opportunity for that to happen. If you have storage spaces, you want those storage spaces not to seem overpacked and full, because then the buyer's going to assume, oh, I don't have enough storage space. So it just makes sense to eliminate as much as possible, and you can do this through a garage sale or a yard sale. You could donate some to a local charity of your choice, or you could just throw some things away. So it's important that you try to get rid of all these non-essential items because it's going to help the buyer see their stuff in your home and you're selling your home in this space. Speaking of your home and the space, number 2, you want to let the light shine. So you want to make sure you clean your windows. You want to eliminate any kind of heavy or dark window treatments or drapery that you may have. And, if at all possible, try to change all of your light bulbs. If you can do that, LED lights would be the best because they're going to paint your home in the best light. So for the high-definition photos that's going to be taken, it's going to make sure it shines bright like a diamond, as Rihanna would say. Plus, not only that, it's going to make the space appear more open and more airy, which is more attractive, which is going to make it easier for you to get a buyer to submit an offer. Number 3 is you want to depersonalize everything. So think in your mind's eye, if you went to a showroom or to a luxury hotel, think how beautiful it would be decorated in the decor, but they have nothing personal in there. So that's what you would want your house to emulate as close as possible. You don't want to make any kind of personal statements, and if so, then it probably needs to go. You don't want any kind of collections or knickknacks or shelves that appear too full, because once again, we're selling the space, and a potential homeowner wants to see their stuff in your space. So it's important that you try to depersonalize as much as possible. This will take down family pictures off the wall, remove stuff off the refrigerator, stuff in the bedroom. You just want your cabinets and countertops and everything to be as clean as possible. Number 4, tend to the yard. Think about a smile. The most beautiful people in the world, if they don't smile, they may not look warm and attractive and as inviting. But when you think of someone who smiles, they're more welcoming. And that's what a well-tended, well-manicured yard can do for your home. You can have a beautiful, gorgeous home, but if that yard is not tended to, then that may distract from the curb appeal of the yard. So you want to make sure that you got the grass cut, you got the bushes trimmed, you got straw or mulch or whatever's in the flower beds, and want to make all that clean. Have it blowed so that way it looks beautiful and very warm and inviting, and people can see it when they go by. They're going to be attracted to it off the bat. And then they're going to want to see what's inside because the outside looks so well kept and maintained. They're going to want to come in. And people are going to talk about it. Look at that beautiful house. Look at that beautiful yard. So number 5, you want to pull all of your paperwork together. No doubt you get a lot of paperwork when you close on a house. So you want to have that. You got your homeowner's insurance. You got your title insurance. If you have a home warranty, if you have a termite bond, you want to get all your documents and paperwork together. If you had to do a major repair or replace the HVAC unit, anything like that, you want to list all of your renovations, all of your repairs, any owner manuals that you have for a fridge or a dishwasher, the sprinkler system. If you have a pool, anything like that. It's going to do 2 things. One, it's going to make the buyer feel comfortable purchasing, knowing that you've kept good records of your home and you continue to maintain it. But it's also going to make sure that no matter what, they have the information they need in terms of the electric company, how much your bills are, your water, sewer, your gas, all of these things. And they can go in and buy with confidence. Number 6 is you want to, if at all possible, get a pre-sale inspection. This is so critical and often overlooked. Yes, a buyer's going to get their inspection done. We already know that. But it would be very, very beneficial to get an inspection done before the buyer and before you have a contract. Because what that's going to do, that can make you aware of any major issues that you have, and you can go ahead and get those addressed. And then the small issues, you can also go ahead and get those fixed. Because if a buyer comes, per our addendum, it needs to be done by a licensed professional contractor, which often means more money. So if you can know about caulking of the bathtub or fixing a door jamb and get that done by a local handyman, that's probably going to save you some money. And at the end of the day, who doesn't want to save some money? So to follow up with that, that's number 6. Number 7 would be fix the small stuff. So once you get that home inspection done and there's a door jamb that needs to be fixed, or there's some caulking that needs to be done, or there's a loose door hinge, or doorknob is loose, or maybe a handrail is loose. If you as the homeowner are handy, you can go ahead and get these things addressed, or maybe you can hire a local handyman to address a lot of these issues. And what that's going to do, that's going to help the house be in a better light, so that way you have less repairs and less issues once you get under contract and get a buyer. And then that leads us directly to number 8, which is get written estimates. So let's say there's a major issue going on after you get the inspection with the HVAC or with the roof or maybe with the foundation. If you can't afford it, one, Coldwell Banker has a Revitalize program that might be of assistance to you. And if you want to know more about that, I can let you know. Or you can get estimates for it. So that way you can plan to already have these things addressed, be proactive, and already have some quotes. So that way you can let the buyer know this is what it's going to cost. And you may be willing to do that as part of the sale at closing, or at least they have an idea of what that would cost. Because if it costs $3,000, the buyer is going to take off $6,000 or even more. So this will help you in negotiations. The fact that I've already know about this issue, I have some estimates, here's what it's going to cost. And once again, you're giving the buyer, you're not trying to hide anything, and you're giving the buyer confidence that you're a reasonable, honest, and upfront seller, and that you want to work with them for the best outcome. And then number 9 is interview real estate agents. Interview a local real estate agent. But since you're watching this video, just call me. There's a marketing plan out there that we have that is second to none in terms of professional pictures, videography, making sure we get everything done, a personal website, and on and on and on. And I can tell you more about that as a seller as well. But it's important that you know what the agent's going to do for you and that they don't go by the 4 Ps, which is put a sign in the yard, place it on MLS, and then pray that it gets sold. And the last one, which is probably the most important, is once you have made the decision that you want to sell your house, you got to release your emotional attachment to it. I always tell my seller, you need to have a goodbye night in your house before you move out, but have a after this, because once your house is on the market, it doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the market. Buyers going to be coming in. Sometimes they may leave the light on, unfortunately. Sometimes they may leave a door unlocked. And this is your home. This has been the home for you and your family. You have tons of memories here that you will never forget and always cherish. But the buyer doesn't have that connection yet. And so that light on to you, of course, that's your light bill and et cetera. And it is inconsiderate, but that's one of the downfalls of being on the market. But your house belongs to the market. It no longer belongs to you. So you got to make sure you keep it clean, make sure you keep it in presentable shape so it can be shown. But then not only that, you want to detach yourself emotionally from it so when we get offers that we can conduct it as a business transaction and not an emotional transaction. I've seen some transactions fall apart because of a fridge. And was the fridge the issue? No, but it was the emotional attachment that either the buyer already had towards the house or the seller still had towards the house. And then sometimes it makes it hard to see the forest despite the trees. So these are some of the top 10 things that you should do before putting your house on the market. But if you're thinking about making a sale or making a move, please give me a call, Antonio Newton. You can reach me at 803-608-2597 because I would love to sit down and talk with you about your specific needs, what your goals are, and how I and my team with the Newton Group can help you accomplish all of those. So until next time, take care, and don't forget Antonio Newton Realtor, my YouTube page, to like all of my video content. And you can also share on Facebook. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching today's episode of Time to Talk. My name is Antonio Newton from TNG with Coldwell Banker. If you have any question about today's episode or any other episodes or want to know more about real estate, please feel free to reach out to me at 803-608-2597. Thank you for taking the time from your day to listen to me talk.
This episode of Time to Talk Tuesday was brought to you by the Newton Group at Coldwell Banker, where nothing works until we do. Look for our episodes every Tuesday where Antonio Newton discusses the local market and common issues while providing quick solutions, creative ideas, as well as tips for investors, home buyers, and homeowners. If you'd like to reach out to us, we can be reached online and on land at area code 803-608-2597. So until next time, here's wishing you all fair winds, following seas, and gentle tides.